Hey everyone, we just want to make a quick disclaimer here. We're going to talk about different bands on our show. We're not interested in really hashing out whether they're punk, emo, pop punk, post-industrial bluegrass.
We don't claim to be the authority on anything that we talk about.
We just want to talk about the memories we had with the music we grew up with.
We respect everyone's right to like what they like, and we know that every band is somebody's favorite band.
That being said, we want you to approach each episode with an open mind. We're here to take a look back at the music we grew up with. Although we've grown old, we don't have to grow up.
Welcome to the Pod Punk Show.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, buddy.
How are you doing, dude?
I'm doing good. Who is this chipper neighbor guy?
This is John Bryan. Who are you?
I'm Aaron Haig. I'm your co-host.
Yeah, man. So we are back. So we're basically relaunching the show. We're starting over from scratch.
Yeah, we're making some tweaks. We kind of disappeared for a while. The way we were doing the show, they weren't all bad episodes, and people liked some of them. But the thing was, they were a lot of work, and also they weren't exactly. We kind of looked back and like, we want to go to be just a little more loosey goosey, a little more fun.
Yeah, well, the way I look at it too is, it's kind of like when you're in a band. You start a band, and like that was like the local band, and then we got kind of good at local band music, and we were getting ready to become a real band, and so we took a little break, and we might use some of the old songs and re-record them. Or we might just write all brand new songs for our first album. So that's how I was looking at it.
Yeah. So you're saying we can't do any more Sublime covers?
Sublime with Aaron Hag.
Oh, fuck Rome. Aaron's in. Honestly, though, like my body style and the way I look, like I totally look like a guy who knows every Sublime song.
No, you like, for whatever reason, like really big guys on small strats playing ska upbeats are like, to me, it's just always hilarious. Cause like you have like,
oh yeah,
the fat fingers and it's just all like they're just working everything around.
I got giant bass player hands.
No, but you actually have, like you do not have Donald Trump hands. That's for sure. Like you have big hands.
Oh no, I got big meaty, like the muscles on my fingers.
No,
I'm
talking
toned.
I'm talking like the guys that have hands that like, they have the toe thumb. You ever seen that?
Oh yeah, those are gross.
Oh yeah, I love that, man. So
wait, you talk slower.
I think it's fascinating.
But yeah, so we're back. We're gonna our plan is to keep it more loosey goosey. We're still going to do like what do you say? Like once a month or so, we're gonna do like a big deep dive
like
episode.
We'll dive in and we'll try to cover in deep a band that we think has a cool story. But a lot of the talk is just gonna be kind of us being more goofy. We are gonna be definitely focused and oriented on punk music and whatnot.
Oh yeah, we're still
that's still our foundation here. So if you're listening to us because of that, don't go anywhere. Like we're still doing that. Basically, we're like two hot topic workers, and we're just going to record our breaks. Is kind of what the show is.
Basically, if you want to hear people still talk about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and chain wallets,
which was the one that had the demo in the warehouse.
Oh, that's 2. Yeah.
That's the best one. That is the best one. That one also has the board. It's like level 6 where it's all downhill. Isn't it like a highway like on a mountain?
No, I don't think so.
No, which one am I thinking of? Because like which is the one that had CKY?
Is that all of them? Like I thought that's how you code a skateboarding game.
No, that was it. More CKY.
How do we get the physics for a kickflip right? CKY.
Yeah. Bam Margera needs another Ferrari. Get his older brother's band in this ASAP.
Isn't it amazing Bam Margera is like richer than we'll ever be?
It's amazing, but it's
not. And all he is a really bad son.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like when you think about it, like he started YouTubing before YouTube was even a thing. Like that's all he did.
He's basically our Vine star.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what it was. And there was no other way to get his stuff besides buying it. So it's not like, like everyone's now, there's all these YouTube stars and they have 1 million followers and they make like, pennies. Bam Margera.
Can we actually before
Ferraris?
Oh yeah, should we say we're going to talk about later on? We're going to talk about Warped Tour.
Yeah, this is going to be Warped Tour, and that's kind of too what brought us back to the revamping the show was kind of what the show was about. Was kind of like this like Irish wake looking back on this silly time of girl pants and emo swoops, and the Warped Tour going away is
we're grown ass men now, but like. Honestly, my heart still is like singing Fall Out Boy. So
there's a light on in Aaron's apartment, and he knows he should be home.
I got sad.
Patrick Stump. I was about to say Pete Stump. Pete Stump and Patrick Wentz.
Ugh.
That's the John Lennon and Paul McCartney of pop funk.
No. Both of those guys were talented. One of them's like Pete's just like a man, like a marketing genius. He's
Pete's
not
the Gene Simmons of pop punk.
there's no doubt.
So what is that? Patrick is Paul Stanley then?
I don't know any other member of Kiss other than Catman.
Oh man, because like I actually when the
really
show
quick though, we got to get back to Bam Margera because like I got to get this.
Oh
off
yeah,
my
yeah,
chest.
please. I'm sorry. Like you could tell, like Aaron too is like really been.
Have you
sitting
ever
on that.
you've seen People of Bam? Obviously.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite shows there for a while.
Okay, here's my entire thing about that show.
That was the one where it was actually his Westchester mansion, right?
Yeah, it was like him and his family.
Yeah, and he just
And then there's like Uncle Phil.
no,
like
his
his dad?
His dad was Phil. Don Vito was his uncle. Don Vito's dead.
Obviously, that dude ate a Wendy's franchise. Like I'm a big guy. That dude was trying to kill himself.
Did you ever see the episode? I think it was the CKY where Don Vito did like 70 shots of tequila.
No,
Like literally 70 shots of tequila. I think he almost died that night. What are we gonna say about Bam?
Okay, I'd watch that show, but like it would always like the reality wouldn't hold up for me because I'd be watching it in my head. I'm like I know my dad.
Yeah.
And like I know my friends' dads like back in Iowa growing up.
Yeah.
And like if you put fireworks in the back of my truck on the way to work, like my dad would just beat the shit out of me. Like honestly, the fact that like Bam never just got like literally just beat with a fucking bat by his parents made it so unbelievable.
Well, here's the deal. Like I don't know the full story, but the rumors are is Bam was adopted, so he was kind of
And they don't take returns. The whole Loki situation.
No, but like that kind of explains the parent situation where he was kind of able to do whatever he wanted to do, and like they were, they really wouldn't.
Because Phil's dick didn't work.
Right. So, but
like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean to Phil. Like it's just
no,
watch that show.
No, Phil's absolutely, but also too in a weird way, like they've made so much money from him being a cock munch to everybody that
no,
I think like you know what I mean. Like if my kid did that shit to me and I was able to live in a
that was the
mansion
other thing
too.
about it made me sad too, though. Like watching that show, like his parents, like honestly, it just felt like they had that dead like prostitute look in their eye of like.
Well, April seems like the best mom ever.
Oh yeah, no,
like she's like Girl Scout.
She's like the good witch.
Yeah, like Bam was just on a addiction show
Oh really?
on VH1.
I was actually about to make the joke of like rehab.
Yeah, no, it was, and I watched it, and he has a really bad drinking problem now.
Here's the thing: no one's ever been able to answer for me. Obviously, I can't skateboard.
Right. Neither can Bam, I don't think. Although
That
he
was
a
my question:
professional
is
for
he a good
while.
skateboarder? I don't know.
I don't know. I think he was like there would be the guys that can do the verts and the pipes like Tony
Yeah.
Hawk, and then there were the guys that could do the urbans like Kareem.
Oh, like street skate? Yeah.
yeah, like what was his name in the game? His name was like Kareem Hill or something. I always played him. He was the black dude in Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Chad, what's the Canadian dude? Chad M something was like amazing at doing manuals.
Yeah, so like there was that, and then like it's
So he's
almost
had
like
a backpack on.
yeah, it's like almost like when you get into art,
Yeah.
and then there's the guy that just throws the paint against the canvas, and somehow he's considered in there too.
Yeah.
That's kind of I think what Bam was.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like the analogy that popped to mind for me was: is he a good race car driver? Or is he just great at demo derby?
No, I mean I have no idea.
Here, right into the show, podpunkshow@gmail.com. Let us know. Oh God, let us know if Gmail. Sorry, John just pulled out the complete box set of Jackass.
It's
and
everything
I'm
they've
trying-
ever recorded.
I'm trying to decide if I still love him. Let us know at the podpunkshow@gmail.com if Bam Margera was a good skateboarder. And was he as good as Jason Lee? That's all I need to know. That's my
Lee,
level.
That's the guy from
Mallrats.
Earl.
Yeah. He used to be a professional skateboarder.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Bam, no, I would say Tony Hawk being a 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah.
Bam is probably like a 3.
You think so?
I know so.
He wasn't as good as I was at Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Can you skate? I could never do it.
No, dude, look at my center of gravity.
Is that what it is? Is it bad center of gravities?
Oh, yeah. It's also, I'm not coordinated. And also,
It's hard to do.
I grew up on a gravel road.
Well, that was, that doesn't help. But that could have made you really good though, too. Like you would have got out onto like actual pavement and all of a sudden like, oh my God, look at this kid fly.
This is so much easier.
Yeah, it's like you had like the parachute on the entire time. You're actually
I was
really
always
fast.
like BMX. I always thought BMX was way fucking cool. I did a little of that.
You ever seen the BMX track that's actually up in Manhattan? It's in a park.
Oh, the one north of where I live.
Yeah.
The dirt bike track.
Yeah, like because that's not on the map. Like I was just walking one
Yeah, that's
day.
motocross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally, like I don't even know how they do it because you would think the city would knock that down. It's not an official park. It's just like somebody got some dirt together and started building ramps with it. But
I figured they're like, well, they're not doing crack. Leave them be.
or maybe they're doing so well with crack they're able to buy dirt bikes. You'll see in the winter the group of guys with the dirt bikes, they all dress up as Santa and they drive around the heights and it's
Really?
it's hilarious. Yeah, it's like
They're all Tim Allen-ing.
yeah, they're all yeah, and they got the dirt bikes.
What's the
revving.
name of the kid from The Santa Claus.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No.
Where's he?
Where's he?
Yeah.
Just
Did
swimming
Courtney
in a
Love get
swimming
him?
pool. No, Courtney Love. She only goes after musicians, doesn't she? Or we don't know.
We don't know. There's a lot we don't know.
Although I could see, like, even if she, like, her whole, like, creed is musicians, I could see her also going after Philip Seymour Hoffman.
For anyone that's just joining us, we have a theory that Courtney Love, she absolutely killed Kurt Cobain. That's no question.
Yeah,
But we also have a theory that she's killed most of the major magician deaths, and she's not a drug addict.
musician deaths.
Yeah, she's not a drug addict.
But she might have been that tiger that bit Roy, so she might take magicians too.
She's a time traveling assassin.
Yeah, our theory is that she's
She's not drunk. She's just jet lagged.
no, yeah, when you go through time that often, it fucks you up.
We're onto something. I hope we're not too close to the truth, though.
We're still working on it. Please send in any theories you have on who else Courtney Love has killed.
Yeah, no, we need to know.
Let's we're about like a couple minutes in, like 15. Let's actually talk about Warped Tour a little bit.
Yeah, let's get into it. So it's breaking up. It's done. It's over.
It's
Last
dead.
year, it just announced. How do you feel about that?
Feel okay about it.
What's your best memory from the Warped Tour?
Probably the DVD compilation I have. I've never been to Warped Tour.
You've never been to Warped Tour. It's been around for 23, 24 years.
Yeah, I meant to get to it.
Yeah.
I could
Did
just
it ever
never-
even come close to you out in Iowa?
Oh, it came to Minneapolis all the time, but
Okay.
like I hadn't. This is going to just sound really sad, but I had no one to take me. And then when I got old enough to drive myself, I
There's
was
no way you were
I was
going,
too
right?
busy fucking.
Yeah, you're too busy being independent with your car. So that being said, this year then, I guess you're going to have to go to it, right?
2018. Yeah. Are we going to go? Are we going to do
We
it
should
live
go.
from Warped Tour?
No, we absolutely should go. That would be kind of
Should we
cool.
dress all in black, but not like emo? We should dress in black like it's a funeral.
Oh, I'm going to go to Hot Topic and I'm going to go walk in with
Is there a
people.
Hot Topic in Manhattan?
There used to be over on Broadway. I think the only one now is in Staten Island, according to somebody that I spoke to. I'm going to go into the Hot Topic with $200 and I'm going to walk out with -11.
Are you gonna get those jeans that have like the big like loop chains on them for no reason?
I have
And
no-
like the like bright green stitching.
I think if they have the candy necklaces that you can eat,
Yeah.
like the little round
Oh,
things too.
as opposed to those inedible candy necklaces they always trick you with.
You know,
Those are just called necklaces.
you know how it is. But yeah, I think those are going to be a nice addition to
Hang
my
on.
actual
I just had
costume.
an idea of like you put on a normal necklace, you start biting like this is a shit candy necklace.
It's like when you go over to your grandparents' house and they have the hard candy on the table, but it's the glass.
Oh, why do people have just bowls of glass beads? Like
Because they're crazy, man. Some people are crazy, or they're trying to buy Manhattan from Indians. That's the only reason for having that.
no, do you know what's really sad though? Under Hot Topic, it says like the classification of the type of store. It just says women's clothing.
Well, I mean, they only sell girl pants there anyway, so yeah, I could see the confusion with the whole thing. So a little bit about the Warped Tour, man.
Yeah, hit me.
Since you've never been, I thought I'd maybe educate you there.
Okay.
Started in 95. Doesn't become the Vans Warped Tour till 1996. So it's a full year later. And then that's when it starts getting a little bit more into like the ska punk style.
That's what they focus in on. I know the first year, like it had like they had like Fish and like
Yeah.
a lot more of that almost like
Well,
K-rock
Yeah,
alternative.
and he was coming out of LA. So a lot of the bands were like Sublime and No Doubt. And basically that whole Southern California scene was kind of
Yeah.
jumping on board with him. And then they started to get into the skate punk and the third wave ska. That was the original game plan. Like when he had the basis, like he's like, this is what I want to showcase. This is what's not
Mhm.
being showcased. And so he saw that entire wave. And then they got into the pop punk and the metalcore, which is kind of where it ended up right now. 1998 goes international. 1999 stops going international. So
By the way,
that's
international just meant like Canada, right?
awesome. No. International meant like they went to Australia. They went
Oh,
to
really?
Europe. A lot in London. Like they actually went out there and tried to do it. Too much work. He was like, I cannot do this. And then logistically, I guess to get the bands all over there and get them back. And you know how bands are on tour. They're not the easy. It's like herding cats sometimes.
I'm also sure that like a lot of them couldn't clear customs.
Yeah. So, things happen. 2009, okay. So the way the Warped Tour was set up was you would come into it and there's a whole bunch of little stages and they're all set up, and every venue was different. So there was no like lineup to like learn and where everything was. You could even I would go to the Orlando one. Like one year I'd go to Orlando, and then the next year I'd go to Orlando. It'd be completely different. So there was no way to kind of figure it out. They always had two main stages, and so basically while one was setting up, the other one would be playing, and then the minute they were done, they would take down and start to set up, and then the other one would start playing. You just have two nonstop. In 2009, they condensed that into one main stage and made it like a 40-minute set. People started getting really pissed because you were only getting one band an hour then, because it would take 20 minutes to break down.
Well, you
set
have all
up.
the side stages of like your up and coming bands and your smaller
You
guys.
do, but it was always pretty awesome to like see Blink, and then right after Blink is done, Jimmy Eat World starts playing, and then
Well, I
right after
mentioned,
they're
like-
done, Eminem starts playing. You know what I mean?
I always heard all like the band's favorite thing about Warped Tour is like, yeah, you play for 20 minutes, then you get to hang out with all your friends.
Oh,
the
that's
rest
what
of
it
the
is.
day.
It's just a summer camp situation. So 2012, they come back to the main stages, thankfully. And then in 2013, he starts allowing parents to come into the Warped Tour for free. And they had a reverse daycare. And I remember that. And basically,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
they had
don't know anything about
they
this.
had like a huge air conditioned tent, and it would have like Oprah on the inside and like lawn chairs, and like the parents could go in there and drink lemonade and just socialize with each other.
just Ben Gay and cooling pads.
Yeah, while their angry child with a mohawk and black lipstick trotted around miserable all day.
Fuck you, Ron.
Yeah. So-
Thanks
my
for the ride.
stepdad Ron won't go. Yeah. So that's a little oral history of the Warped Tour. I was going to ask you for any memories you had from it, but
I had a compilation DVD.
how was that? Tell me about that, Aaron.
Honestly,
Which one was it?
Oh fuck! What year was it?
2001, 2002.
It's got to be. I'm gonna go through some of the bands we're on. It was put out by Kung Fu Records.
Okay, because the one I had was the gray, the black and white cover, and it had the Vandals on it.
It had the Vandals. It had something corporate.
I think we had the same one. There was quite a.
It had
few.
Mad Caddies.
Yeah.
It had Rancid, of course.
Bourgeois.
And then, oh god! But I wore that DVD out because like it was one of my only. Like,
It was a great
access to it.
compilation. Oh, it was a DVD.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had a CD.
Oh no! This was like a DVD where they like showed performances.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
And it was like honestly because I was so detached and I was the only punk kid in my little small farm town.
Mhm.
Like it meant a lot to me to have that because like it was like one day I will be among the many. But then I also like I grew up like kind of past that.
Yeah.
And then like now I don't like I don't like going to concerts really.
Well, they're not fun for the most part.
Well, also I'm lazy and like
Well, it's like when you're younger and you have a lot of energy, they're awesome to go to and you get to bump around and but I used to always look at like old people concerts and be like, oh my God, it's so lame. Like they all have their own seat and they all just stand there. Now I'm 125% behind that.
yeah,
Like,
give me a balcony.
like I saw you're wearing your Potty Mouth shirt. That was
Yeah.
the band that we saw open for Bayside.
Great show.
If that show would have had seating, I would have been.
Oh,
I would have loved it. I'm at that point now where, because I stand in the back anyway, so I might as well just have a seat.
my whole thing is like I went through this crossover between I used to play in bands and then I did stand up for a long time, a lot.
Yeah,
And like it was kind of the thing of like, yeah, but like I just get there and all I want to do is like, well, I just want to play.
right.
I'm like, and it's like it's no fun to watch someone else get to play.
Yeah,
And then the other part of it is like I'm also a big guy, so like I have to like stand and plant because like I'm not exactly gonna slip through the crowd.
that's very, very accurate. See, with me, it got ruined from being in a band. So like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun to be at a show and you're just in the back in the green room with the other guys. And then even like when I would go to shows and we weren't playing, because you're in a band, you have back access to everything. So it kind of ruined me actually just going to a show and
Yeah.
just enjoying it from the fan side. So I want to give you a quick mock-up of what a day at Warped was like since you've never been.
Okay.
So I've been to 3 or 4 Warped Tours. I played on one of them. It was nothing like big. Like we didn't play like multiple dates or anything. We
You did
won-
like the Ernie Ball thing, right?
yeah, we won like the Ernie Ball stage and all that. So we got to play. Basically, you would get there. So you're young. So you're not. I've never driven to a Warped Tour myself, except for the one time that we got to play it. So
Okay.
all the other times somebody else was driving me. So I'm way younger, and that's kind of like the audience.
What's it like to have parents?
It was actually my uncle that drove me to it. He drove me and my cousin, me and my cousin, and my brother. That's where I met Good Charlotte. That one episode that we were talking about that from our past days. So you get there and you basically just wait online for a very long time. Like the line just goes forever.
Yeah.
And you never really know where the venue is too. So you have to go, you have to find parking, then you get out, then you have to find where the actual entrance is. Nobody knows. You start asking people. They're like, I think it's
Okay.
that way. No, maybe it's that way because it's only there for the one day.
Right.
And it was only there a year ago. So it's not anything normal. You wait online. Line's hilarious as you're walking by because there's your normal looking people. Then there's the people that are completely punked out. And you're kind of just going through like all the clicks.
Yeah.
You get to the very back of the line. You get on the line, move up through it, finally get through security. And then the first thing you do is they have this huge inflatable lineup card. and it just blows up and it has Velcro all over it, and they just stick the bands on for what stage and what time they're playing.
Yeah.
So that was like your first thing. It was kind of you go there, and then after that you just sweat your ass off. It is the most unenjoyable experience. I kid you not. There's nothing I would want to be doing less in the middle of an August summer day than standing in a field with no foliage, listening to loud music nonstop. Literally, it's an absolute nightmare. It was one of my most favorite experiences of my life.
I've never been to Warped Tour, but here's how I can sympathize.
Yeah.
You know what that sounds a lot like to me? A Ren Fair.
What's a Ren Fair?
You've never been to a Ren Fair?
I don't even know what a
Renaissance Fair?
Oh, a Renaissance Fair. No, I've never had the pleasure.
Oh, it's so good. It's the exact same thing.
It is a little bit like a Renaissance Fair.
It's like,
in a weird way.
well, we got to be back at 4:30 because that's the jousting.
A lot of LARPing going on.
Oh God, honestly, this just dawned on me. Our entire show, our entire like teenage years were just basically LARPing with sadness.
Yeah, that's what it was. No, for real. We were all just dressing up in our costumes and going out into the world and to our own version of a Renaissance Fair.
Oh God, I love Ren Fairs, dude.
I've never even.
They have a huge one in I think it's Shakopee. It's outside Minneapolis.
So what do? You just go? Do you have to dress up?
You don't have to, no.
You can just go and watch.
But there's some people that like work there and they're like hardcore. Like
any brothels? Can you get any
dude, not a brothel, but every Ren Fair ends in like a weird sex party. Like
that's what I said, for real, absolutely.
No,
because you get the girls with the what is the thing called that they put on and
girdle
corset?
Yeah,
and then they have their boobs all popped up.
Yeah,
and they wear their music or their makeup.
Yeah, and they kind of smell a little bit like cat urine and like D&D dice.
Man, it's so hot.
No, I know. But no, you can buy, and you can always buy like fucking crazy ass weapons there. Like I used to have like a scimitar, like an actual fucking scimitar that got taken away from me.
That's pretty
obviously. Awesome. But here's the best thing about Ren Fairs, dude. Turkey legs. These giant, like size of your fucking head turkey legs.
I've never had one. I've always wanted one.
So good.
So when I was younger and I would go to Disney, when I'd go to Frontierland and Disney, which was kind of like
I've never been to Disney.
Kind of like a Ren Fair.
Been to Nickelodeon.
Been to Nickelodeon.
So it's just like Harley. No, I've never been to.
Oh man, I got all excited there for a minute. Being in Central Florida though, we'd go to Disney all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Frontierland had those turkey legs. They're ginormous.
They're great.
Ginormous. I've always wanted to try one though.
In my life, I've probably eaten like 20 of these and finished them too. You fucking know it.
One sitting, I could see you knocking them all out.
No, it was like the best thing about it. You just over the day, you just have it with you. You're walking around.
What do you do after you've assassinated that turkey leg? Do you keep the bone? Do you have a necklace somewhere to show like all the?
Yeah, and those are
like in Vietnam they put people's ears on the necklace.
That's definitely not a child's femur. No, his name was Turkey John. No, like you throw.
And how do they cook them? It's
just a big ass, like one of those trailer barbecues. They just toss them on. I had one once that I actually went back and I'm like, dude, this is raw. Throw it back on.
I want to.
And he goes, yes, my liege. I'm like, that's right. It's so fucking good, dude. We got to go to. Actually, we don't have to go to. We should go to a Ren Fair, me and you, because I'd be really fun. Because like I'm a way bigger like dork than you in that way. Mm-hmm. But you know where I've always wanted to go? I don't. Oh, it's right across the river in New Jersey. Medieval Times.
Oh my god, I would totally go to Medieval Times.
We should do a live.
There's still Medieval Times? Like they're not closed?
No, apparently
the Warped Tour is ended, but Medieval Times is still open.
It's still legal.
Jesus, that's got to be awesome. Can you imagine? Like, because to me, like that's like a carny that got like a real job. You know what I mean? And like, can you imagine working that circuit? Like the stories.
Bertha, I gotta tell you, I know I'm real good with a Ferris wheel, but I'm tired of this life on the road.
I'm tired. I gotta bring it home.
I'm gonna settle down.
I'm tired of whoring around with who knows what, God knows where. I think I'm going to apply to Medieval Times.
Where is Medieval Times?
Okay, snuggle buddy.
Sorry, I changed my contact.
What the fuck is that? Why did it call you Snuggle Buddy?
I have to tell the whole story.
Please.
So me and my wife have a shared contacts.
Yeah.
So like whatever, it'll pop up on her phone when the text message is from. And for a long time, one day I was just talking to her.
Wait, what?
We share contacts.
So if I text you, she sees it as well?
No. But like every contact in my phone, she has the same. She can see everyone's number I have saved as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It makes cheating harder, but it's good.
Well, we used to just have one Apple account between the two of us.
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't have to share apps that way. Back before you could do that with a family plan.
Okay. I thought it was because like you guys, like some people are weird. And, like they'll have like one Facebook account,
Yeah, no, not
and then
that.
they have whenever they post, they have to put like.
This
at
is
the
really
end
so we
who it
didn't have to
was.
both pay for games and both pay for movies on iTunes.
Okay, that makes sense. You guys are cheating the system here.
But one day we were outside just fucking around with Siri, and I was like, Siri, from now on, call me Captain Super Crunch. And it was really funny.
Wait, that's all you have to do, and you can change the nickname.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that to all my friends.
Yeah. Well, that's how you change what Siri calls you. You just say, refer to me as. Janet got really annoyed though because it started coming up in all my text messages on her phone with a nickname of it just said from Captain Super Crunch. So I changed it to Snuggle Buddy just to be sarcastic because she didn't like me being Captain Super Crunch anymore.
Right.
So I changed it to Snuggle Buddy. But here's what it actually says on my screen. Okay, Snuggle Buddy, here's what I found. So there is a Medieval Times 14 miles away. It's a 22-minute drive. They're still open.
They're still open. Like right now, they're still open, or they're still open in general.
Both.
Okay. Wow. They run late over there.
It's in. Oh shit! It's not far.
Have
from
you ever
the
gone to
Walmart.
Medieval Times?
No.
Oh, that's even better then. I thought maybe you've gone and like you know what we're getting into.
No. But it's right next to a whiskey bar.
How close to Cracker Barrel is it? We could probably knock out 2 in one day.
I'm not gonna search it, but I'm just gonna.
Wait,
look
don't you
around.
eat at Medieval Times?
Yeah, no, dude. It's like a restaurant, and then they have like jousting, and it's also like a truck stop.
It is. It's like truckers that got sick of being on the road that also have carny experience get
Yeah.
So wait, I can joust and not get arrested. That's what you're trying to tell me.
You don't get to joust. They have professional jousters. It's a show. You have to pick sides. You have knights.
No, I understand that. That's what I was saying. The carnies, when they get sick of the road, they
okay.
no longer have to joust
Sorry.
in the parking
I'll keep
lot.
playing the game.
Yeah, come on.
Dude, we
This
got to
is
do
the-
this.
Dude, absolutely.
It's right
How
next
much?
to an
What is
extended
admission
set.
into one of these? Like 44?
I don't
Is
know.
that going to get me food?
Medieval Times.
I love how people are okay with that, but they're not okay with Shamu.
Wait, what?
like,
I spaced out.
Like you have a whole bunch of people riding horses and jousting each other, trying to kill each other, and that's fine.
Well, yeah, but those horses have a job. What Shamu do all day except die slowly in a Ziploc bag?
Oh man, it's
Like
so
a
sad.
goldfish from your niece.
Sometimes I feel like Shamu.
Dude, that was deep. Tell me more about that.
That's all I had to say there. Because like I always want to kill my trainer.
Oh, medievaltimes.com. It's loading up. I'm
It's
going to see what
loading up.
admission is.
Oh man, this is
So,
much.
my favorite memory of Warped Tour.
Yeah, come on, Aaron. What do you got with Warped Tour?
Honestly, it's the live footage of Bro Him by Pennywise from that compilation.
Oh, is that what's playing in our ear right now?
Weirdly enough, yeah, that just finished up. I
Yeah.
just have a compilation playing.
I love Broham. That's such a good. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, we can join the birthday fellowship to get discounts on our birthdays.
Oh my gosh.
Plan your next visit.
How much of a discount is it? 10%?
I don't know. Plan your next visit. We're going to go.
When's the
to
last time there was a plague
Jersey.
outbreak at Medieval Times? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's in Jersey, so it's kind of constant.
Well, yeah, that's like that's actually the bigger risk is actually going to Jersey.
Okay, so it's for adults, it's $45 each.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I said 44. I was almost spot on.
Oh, it actually is 44. It's $43.95.
That's right. See,
Have
I,
you been to one before?
no, but I know how to price mid-America. That's all I do.
Ooh, we can get the King's Royalty package.
Obviously, we'd have to get the King's Royalty.
This is an
package.
additional $22 per person.
Oh my god, that's a big upgrade. That's 50% more, Aaron. That's
According
a
to
big
them.
per person or just in general.
Per person.
Oh wow, that is a
And it
big,
says $40 retail value.
dude. Will they like announce us in a fight?
You get a VIP lanyard.
Oh man, what is so we get our own little spot? We get our own box seat.
You get framed insurance group photo,
Oh, that's amazing. right
which
there.
we have to do for the website.
Yes.
VIP first row all section seating or second row in center section.
Oh man, do we get to pick or they get to pick?
I think you get a pick because it's also you get priority
Damn
seating
right, we
access.
get to pick. We just put the $22 upgrade.
All right, Nathan.
Yeah.
You can tell me what to fucking do.
Yeah,
I'll pull a short sword on you and roll for initiative.
yeah. I will joust somebody there. They better watch out. I'm already getting angry.
And you get priority castle access.
What does that even mean? Is there a castle?
Yeah, there's a castle.
Like, what does that mean? No, like, what do you mean? There's a castle? It's like a fun house.
We're gonna have to find out. Like this show is gonna become investigative
Bronx is
journalism.
like over with this shit. Bronx is like, fuck you guys.
No,
I'm
he's
going to
tired.
sleep.
Oh wait, I gotta look if we can take pets because we are totally getting him a crown.
No, absolutely. He's a French bulldog king. He should definitely be
So
there.
when we kind of took a break from the show and we came back, and we're gonna be like, we're gonna do band episodes, but not every episode. I think we should replace that with investigative journalism into medieval times and other such nonsense.
I'm on board right now. I am eating your chicken legs, your turkey legs.
And it's only $37 for children 12 and under. So
Well, I could probably go for that then. I look young. If I shave,
Yeah, if you shave, you can pull it off.
I can probably pull up the 12.
Oh my God. There's a little kid.
Hello, this is King Aaron and his chap JB. I'm a squire, sir.
They give discounts to
Look at this.
Boy Scouts.
Look at this. Are you a Boy Scout?
I'm a Cub Scout, sir. I
You didn't get molested up?
No. I wasn't loyal enough to be a Weeblo.
Oh, man.
By the way, that is weird that the in-between phase between Cub Scout and Boy Scout is called a Weeblo for will always be loyal.
I didn't know that.
Really?
That is scary, though.
Dude, I was a kick-ass Cub Scout.
I was,
No, just really stop. Imagine me in a neckerchief with no beard.
No, I can. I can see it right now.
That's
How long,
adorable.
how long were you in the Cub Scouts for? Because I was for like 3 weeks. And
I
then
did it
quit.
for 4 years. I went to camp 3 times.
Wow. So you can tie a knot. You know.
Oh, I can shoot a rifle. I can shoot a bow and arrow.
They taught you how to shoot a rifle in Cub Scouts?
Fuck yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, this is Iowa Cub Scouts, motherfucker.
Yeah, like this is different. Like you basically were in a militia.
I think if I become Boy Scout, I have to learn how to like dress a deer and hunt like the most dangerous game.
See, this was for me, this was New York City Cub Scouts. So like this was I went to a Catholic school and we would meet in the basement. One night the Boy Scouts were making fire starters for an upcoming camping trip and one of them lit the fire starter on fire and we had to evacuate the entire block, like even the houses and everything, because they just all started catching fire. It was amazing.
By the way, can we actually go to medieval times and lie and say it's your birthday and do the whole birthday experience?
Oh yeah, no, I mean we'd have to. Can we fake a birthday? Like, can I make a fake ID?
Honestly, if they're checking IDs, whose life is sadder, ours or theirs?
I didn't get to tell you, but I got a new job. I'm a
How's that here?
surgeon at Columbia Medical. Doesn't that look like me?
Oh yeah, you can pull it off. That's generic white guy.
Yeah.
Where'd you find this?
I found it on the floor.
Oh shit.
So I picked it up. Did I
Student.
tell you for a while there, I got bored and I was going to start working at the hospital, but not tell anyone. Like I was just going to start going into the ER and just start picking up clients. So I called my brother up one day and I was just making a joke to him. I was like, hey, if you get a call from anybody and like they're calling in reference, just tell them I have the steadiest hands you've seen west of the Mississippi and leave it at that. That way you don't really imply yourself. He's like, what are you doing? And I was just like, don't worry about it. But yeah, no, I wouldn't have done anything I couldn't have found on YouTube, but I would have, I think I could have done pretty well there. I probably could have worked there like a year and a half before somebody would have realized. Like,
Honestly, if you just get an iPad and have WebMD up, honestly.
that's it. No, I diagnose myself all the time. Why can't I diagnose
Honestly,
somebody else?
you diagnose yourself more often than there's something wrong.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. I would be more of a cautious doctor.
You had more brain tumors than anyone I know.
Well, in my defense, I do smell McDonald's French fries very often, and when you look up random smells, they say you probably have a brain tumor.
You know, you should look up Google Maps because there's McDonald's a block away. You fucking.
Well, here, but I'll smell it anywhere, dude. Like I shouldn't walk into my bedroom after we're done tonight.
That's like
and
saying I
smell
have
McDonald's
hallucinations. I
French
see
fries.
Starbucks everywhere.
Well, that's your
Dude, should
problem.
I think we probably cut this out. We were like riffing before the show getting ready and we talked about getting Postmates to deliver us Taco Bell.
Yeah.
The window's closing, dude. Are we going to pull the trigger?
No, there's no way you can pull the trigger. But I think the next time we do this podcast, we need to come up with some Taco
I'm
Bell.
doing it. I'm just going to do it and I'm going to buy you what you would eat.
It's gonna be here in hours. Like, yeah, it takes them forever, dude.
Think so?
And,
What if I
no,
tip
so-
them good?
No, it
You
doesn't
don't
matter.
understand. I work at 40 hours at a job I'm not a fan of. I don't mind throwing away like $20 as a tip to get Taco Bell now. You know why
You
I go
are.
to work at 9 a.m. every
So
fucking day?
here's another question because we have the TV on mute and they're showing. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's his last race today or tomorrow.
He's
or
quitting?
Yeah, he's done. It was his last race. How do you retire from NASCAR? Like it's just like, oh, I don't want to drive anymore. Like what is the threshold there? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like that, anybody could do that. Like that's one of those jobs too. Where I don't even get how you become a
If you
NASCAR
had
driver.
to ask me if it's anything like his dad, eventually I think you just hit a wall and you're done.
Well, yeah, his dad definitely hit a wall in his career.
So sorry.
His dad died in Daytona Beach. That's where I lived basically.
Dude, I was watching that race live when that happened.
Oh yeah, no, I saw it too. And so he died. People were devastated.
Yeah.
But he and everyone was blaming he wouldn't wear like the new harness they had. Like that was it.
Yeah, well, they completely revamped it after that too, so now your head doesn't move side to side at all.
Well, that's probably a pretty good idea, right?
Yeah.
It's like sorry it had to happen.
Let's be honest, more Earnhardts are alive now.
So one of my favorite bands is The Bled, and their first album, there's a song on it called Dale Earnhardt Seatbelt. But the actual album and the Best Buy across from NASCAR had to put who's like sticker over it. Who's seatbelt.
Oh,
is.
really?
They weren't allowed to because NASCAR's
Dude,
headquarters
I
is
get.
right there.
I still see people with the fucking number 3 like fucking sticker for Dale Earnhardt on their cars in Iowa.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
And by the way, these are cars that were built after he died.
I think like people that are really into NASCAR should only make left turns.
You know, UPS drivers aren't allowed to take left turns. Like their routes are programmed to only take right turns.
It's probably because like mathematically it saves gas, right?
Yeah, there's something weird like that where they'll have to drive around a block instead of taking a left turn.
I ever told you my theory with packages in New York City? How UPS should have a theme song playing like the Ice Cream Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because like it would make so much more sense that when you're in your apartment and you start to hear like the "Here comes UPS, the thing you ordered is here. Here comes UPS, and now you can get it."
Thing you ordered on Amazon when you were drunk.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you didn't even know that you bought yourself a gift, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Because like there's been so many times.
It's Christmas Day. All the seasons of Viva La Bam.
No, yeah, Aaron. It's like one of those situations though where like I get so neurotic. I'm just like, well, I need to do laundry. But what if while I'm down there, he buzzes the apartment, and then he's gone, and I'm not going to get my gift anymore.
I just use Amazon lockers, bro.
Yeah, Amazon lockers is good, but then you have to get up and go out and get it.
Well, see, I actually have to go to work, and like, so I stop and get them then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of which, am I not ordering Taco Bell?
It's all you if you are. I mean, I'm good. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm
gonna buy you whatever you would eat.
You're
not making me eat alone.
I'm gonna watch you and describe it to everybody. Aaron's taking his third bite of a chalupa. He spit a little bit back out, but he's picking it back up.
Honestly, you have to use Postmates just to keep the fucking comedians of New York City a job.
Nah, man, we need to do better. They can do better than that. I hate Postmates.
You mean dog walking? That's the only other thing I know comics do.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, dog walking and Postmates.
Maybe I'm gonna start dog walking. That would be kind of good.
You have a dog. Just take him.
Yeah, I don't even walk him. Man, I feel bad for you, Bronx. You got a bad owner.
Let's actually go to a break.
Okay, cool. Let's go to a break.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, we're like, who knows with us anymore?
You'll see. If you'd like to get in contact with us here at the show, you can find us on Twitter at PodPunkShow. You can also email the show at podpunkshow@gmail.com. If you're in a band and you want us to consider using one of your songs underneath a future episode at the end, or maybe if we really like it, we'll tell people to go listen to it, you can also email it to us again at podpunkshow@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. Let's get back to the show.
So let's get back here. We'll close it up with the Warped Tour. I'm pretty bummed. It does seem like it's an ending of an era. It absolutely is an ending of an era. I think it helped launch so many bands.
Oh, this just officially means you and I are old now.
Oh, it's over. Like there's a before and there's an after. Here's the thing. So we touched on it earlier, but what was cool about the Warped Tour was it was more for the bands than for the fans. Like to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because like the sound was never great and it was always balls out hot. People were dropping left and right from actual dehydration, not from taking too much Molly. So like that was like,
yeah, you fucking kids.
Yeah.
Back in our days, our only drugs were Red Bull and a good time. You fucking kids with your Molly and your ecstasies.
I had read when I was looking into it that they would sometimes put bands onto the Warped Tour, but you would have to be the barbecue band. So basically, like you got to play, but you also had to cook every night for everybody that was crew, cast, the entire Shabbat. So that had to be probably fun for most of them. But they would always have this huge barbecue at the end of it. And it was kind of the party as the sun was going down.
So let's pick a year. I'm just going to sort here by who played on that year.
Yeah, like you were throwing out some names of some bands on it. Like, and there's been some weird ones. Like he had the Black Eyed Peas on it before they got big.
Ice-T did a one show.
That's so awesome. Just a random drop in for Ice-T.
Probably.
That's so cool. And then he basically was right there at Blink-182 when they were coming up. Which he talked. I read a couple of articles with him. He talked specifically about like the year Blink broke with Enema of the State. He actually Kevin Lyman is what we're talking about, the actual owner, creator of the Warped Tour. He had Blink on his bus that year. So he was like,
oh really?
Yeah, he was kind of just saying like it was kind of cool to be around that while like they were exploding and becoming the face of the franchise basically.
Because here's what I want to do. I want to take turns. We'll pick years. I'm going to start with 2006. And I want you to try to name as many bands from that year as you can. And then you pick a year and I'll try to name as many from whatever year you pick.
So like, what do you mean by that?
Just start naming as many bands as come to mind. And if you think they played that year.
So 2006 is my year?
Yep, I got to pull up here. Don't pull up 2006.
Okay.
How many bands do you think? Actually, let's do it this way. Let's do a Douglas movie style. How many bands do you think you could name? And then I'll tell you how many you got right out of the ones. So like you think you can do 6? Give me 6.
Okay. I mean, My Chemical Romance,
Okay.
Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Under Oath. Was that the year of Under Oath?
1 second. Fall Out Boy I know did not play that year.
Oh, really?
Correct. Under Oath did. Panic at the Disco was your other one?
Yeah.
Panic at the Disco did not.
Brand new.
Brand New did not.
Um.
And My Chemical Romance did not.
So I should just start going with the opposite of my gut.
Yeah.
Taking Back Sunday.
Taking Back Sunday did not.
Fuck this game, Aaron. I don't want to play anymore. This is a
This
stupid
is 2006, man.
Yeah, I have no idea what was going on.
I don't think
in
Fall Out Boy
2006.
ever played Warped.
Really? They were too good for it?
I think so.
That would be a total Fall Out Boy move. Now, they it says, I'm looking at it right now, it says they played it in 2004 and 2005. So before they got big.
Well, I'd say that's as they're getting big because 2006 is from when Under the Cork Tree came out. So that's
Yeah.
when they were like huge.
Well, From Under the Cork Tree, that's their first like breakout album, right?
That's the one that like went huge. That was like on a major label, basically.
Oh, okay. Which one am
But-
I thinking of? What is one? Look, there's
Take-
a light on in
Let's
Chicago.
take this to your grave.
Which one? What year was that?
Where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman.
That's the one you didn't know every song.
Maybe he won't find out. Yeah, cool. I
It's
never
about
listened
love.
to lyrics.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were all about girls. Here's some bands that did play 2006.
Okay, cool. Let's hear.
Bayside, The Academy Is, Billy Talent, The Bled, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
I saw The Blood that year. I was at the 2006 Warped Tour.
Dude, then how did you fail so badly?
Because as you're mentioning it, I'm starting to remember. I'm pretty sure that was the year we might have played the Warped Tour.
Gym Class Heroes?
No, I didn't see them.
I've
I
seen
like
them
them, though.
live.
You've seen Gym Class live?
Yeah, it's one of my 4 concerts.
Yeah,
So
I was
I saw
gonna
them
say.
open for Fall Out Boy with Plain White Tees, and
Hey there, Delilah, there's a place in New York City.
That song is still really
Day
good.
You feel so pretty.
everything else by them lame. That's a good song.
Our band's Jesse's song was always compared to that.
What's the other band that opened for them? They have that song Risque.
Metro Station?
No. We've talked about them before, you and I, in private. Cute is what we aim for.
Oh, yeah, Shant and the boys.
Yeah, they opened up first, and no one there gave a shit.
Yeah, they were probably just starting out then. They were probably young.
Because this was 2007 or 8.
Yeah, they were a young Fueled by Ramen band then.
Because Fall Out Boy was on their Infinity on High tour. Not
Okay.
Infinity on High. What was the one before? This ain't a scene. It's a goddamn arms race.
I have no idea.
But they opened that show behind a giant curtain that had like the whole like where the monsters are thing.
Okay.
And it starts with just the drum part of
How are they live?
Sugar going out. They were pretty good. It was like an arena show, so it is what it is.
When they first started out, they weren't great live. They were atrocious live.
Oh really?
Yeah, and like they were also really more concerned on doing tricks than like sounding good. So like they were like try to do like guitar spins and like, you know, stupid shit.
That's because Gene Simmons, Pete, you know.
And so then they eventually started getting really good live to the point where I was like completely shocked. Didn't even recognize them anymore.
You give me a year now of Warped Tour, like just filter by that one, and I'll.
Okay,
I'll
I'm gonna go with I think your strength. So I'm gonna say 1998.
1998.
Yeah,
I think I can name 10.
let's hear it.
Okay, No Effects, Rancid.
Yes,
98, Bad Religion,
yes,
The Vandals.
yes.
See, 1998.
It's really just like a hit list for Aaron. Just go ahead, start naming all the bands you like.
Oh, Pennywise.
Sure.
I'm gonna throw this one a little after left field. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Mighty Boss Tones did not play.
Dropkick. Dropkick started to come out then.
Dropkick did a stint.
I'm gonna say MXPX.
Yeah, they were on it too. So 1999, Blink-182, H2O, Unwritten Law, The Vandals, Black Eyed Peas, CKY, Dropkick Murphys, Eminem, Ice-T.
Eminem, by the way, did like 2 sets.
Yeah. But I mean, they still tout it as like a big deal. It's like when Katy Perry did the Warped Tour too. Like, ugh.
Hey, she'll make you roar.
Simple Plan, Anti-Flag, The Bouncing Souls, Less Than Jake, no MXPX. But that's a pretty solid lineup. Like
99 was so long ago.
Yeah, like that's got to be one of the better years. I went to the Warped Tour in 2003. So I'm going to pull that up real quick.
Okay, I'll guess 2003 as well.
Actually, maybe I went in 2002.
I got that fucking Anti-Flag song you were playing earlier stuck in my head now, and I'm really upset about it.
This is the end for you, my friend. I can't forgive. Okay, so 2002 is when I went.
Okay.
Oh man, like Andrew WK played. I remember I told
Didn't
you the
he
Andrew
live
WK
there?
story.
Wasn't Andrew WK on there like a lot?
Yeah, he was always into that. He's one of the coolest dudes ever. Like he's one too. I never appreciated.
Dude, he's
until I got
Animal from the
older.
fucking Muppets if he sang.
Yeah,
He's a fucking animal.
And so like I told this before, but you know, you're there and you're waiting at the main stage, and I didn't have the card in front of me, so I had no idea what was going on. And all of a sudden, you just start seeing those like metal brand amps coming out, and like the Ibanez's and the Jackson guitars, and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck's about to happen? And like then the dudes come out and they're bald, but they have the patch, the soul patch that has rubber bands on it, and it looks like a Indian Cherokee.
I call that
tampon.
the System of a Down beard.
System of a Down beard. Perfect. You actually just visually painted it. Like if an alien just landed, you go, that's a System of a Down beard. They go, oh, okay.
Serge Tankian.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to have to sit through? I just want Jimmy Eat World to come out. And they all come out, they start the feedback. And then next thing, he comes running out and he's wearing that bleached jeans and the bleached shirt.
Yeah.
And you could smell him. Like you can't smell him, but you can just tell like that thing smells because he's wearing that every show he's doing. He's probably not washing it.
Yeah.
He rocked my fucking socks off for the next 30 minutes. I told you at the end of his set, he had a 6-year-old girl on his shoulders and they were juggling bananas. And he's singing the party like, let's get a party started. And he's like, he's punching his face and there's blood coming out. And
I want to
it's
hear
like,
an Andrew WK part ballad.
Yo, I'm sure he has them.
The party is now ready for sleep.
The party is now ready for sleep.
You even sound like Animal.
Yeah.
Animal.
Animal. He was so awesome though, man. And then I saw him. I was in a diner on 8th Avenue.
Was it a drive-in or a dive?
It was, and he just came running into it, and he just started yelling at people, and then he left. He had a camera guy with him. That's the last time I saw Andrew WK. That was like 4 years ago. So
I'm glad you guys keep in touch. Do you check AIM?
hey, if you're out there, man, you can reach back out. You can
I would
text
love
me.
to have Andrew WK on this show.
Are you kidding me? I'd love to have Andrew WK on every show.
I think I just have him around.
Yeah, like if he could just be my roommate, like he wouldn't even have to pay rent, just hang out. But no, that was so good.
Don't
Charlotte.
say that. He's going to live on your couch.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. Andrew WK's me making
All right,
an
so
omelet.
2003. I'm not going to say Andrew WK because I feel like it's a gimme.
No, 2002.
Oh, 2002? I want to
So,
say...
Simple Plan has a run from 1999 to 2005.
Yeah, I knew Simple Plan. They're always on it. I'm going to say... Ooh, 2002. I'm going to throw this at you. I bet they're on it. Avenged Sevenfold.
Actually, they might not have been around yet.
2002, I think, is when that first album came
2000.
out.
Dude, I'm not even going to do 2002. There's literally on this list for 2002 alone, there's like 250 bands.
Oh,
Like,
fuck that.
yeah, this is like when they started like doing stints instead of like bands.
Let me take one at you then.
I will tell you this though, the Used was on 2002.
Of course they were.
And I saw them, and Burt McCracken climbed the speaker tower. It had to be 35 feet tall, and he jumped into the crowd. The fact he didn't kill anybody or himself was just incredible. I mean, he weighs like 60 pounds with heroin inside of
I
him.
was going to say, depending on his pockets.
Yeah, depending on his pockets. But I just remember that from that actual.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was a good
He was
one
in that
too.
Warped Tour compilation I had where he climbed the rafters and shit and jumps off.
Yeah, like he did that a lot. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, shit. Do you know who fucking Burt McCracken from The Used is of pop punk?
No, who?
Mankind.
Oh, dude, Mick Foley was at the basketball game I was at the other night. Yeah. You know how like I'm really good at spotting things? Like I always like kid around like if the CIA ever needed like a human like finder.
You are good at that. I've been with you in public, but really quick. Spotting Mick Foley in public is you should notice he's there.
Well, no, absolutely. And trust me, like and I had seats there way up and he was courtside. And I'm just looking down, I'm like, that Mick Foley? So I tell my friend, I'm like, yo, there's Mick Foley. He's like, that's not Mankind. I'm like, no, that's Mick Foley. Like, if I've ever seen Mick Foley, he's like, no, he doesn't have long hair. I'm like, no, Mick Foley cut his hair. He's no longer Mankind. Like, that's Mick Foley. And so then I went on Twitter and I went to Mick Foley's Twitter and there was he just posted like 18 seconds earlier the courtside shot that he took. But yeah, he was right there, man. I felt his aura.
But is that accurate for Burt McCracken? He is the Mankind.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's pretty accurate.
He's like the rest of us. Like, I think he wants to hurt himself more than he wants to hurt the other guy.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, it's more of that. Do you remember Story of the Year?
I know the name.
So that was The Used was basically put together by Feldman. Like obviously they were a band, but Feldman found them and produced
John
them.
Feldman, the guitarist and singer from Goldfinger, who also had a good producer career.
Yeah, amazing producing career. He also did Story of the Year, and that was one of those bands when Story of the Year first came out. I thought it was The Used. Like literally, I was like, "This is The Used," and people were like, "No, this is a different band from like Missouri." And I'm like, "What? No, this is The Used." And they're like, "No, it's Story of the Year." And now I couldn't even look at the two and see how I could think that, but at the time it was the same band.
Is it worth the kid? You even feel it?
Yeah, and then so have you ever heard Story of the Year?
No.
Okay, really quick, I'm gonna play you their hit song.
I can pull it up on Spotify.
Yeah, do it. Till the Day I Die.
That came up way too fast for my search. I'm kind of upset that Spotify knows I'm going to Google this at some point.
Well, this show has ruined Spotify for both of us.
Oh god, my Spotify is so fucked. It's like, did you mean Hillary Duff? I'm like, oh, well, I did. Oh yeah, my drummer fucking loved this band. That's why I never liked him.
That's awesome. You feel that, Aaron? That's some aggressive emo.
This is that point where like emo hair like got shaggy and dirty, right?
Yeah, no, this was
because my drummer did it. He had emo hair, and then it got long and like kind of gross, and then he started wearing, instead of cut off jeans, he wore like cut off capris.
Yeah, the cut off capris, and then also what you would do now is
fuck you, Benton.
You would straighten your hair too and feather it like that. This was the eras of that range.
Do you know Chiodos?
I hate Chiodos.
My guitar player used to love Chiodos.
They're the ones that like all wore the helmets or whatever.
No, I don't know anything about them other than their songs.
I hate them. No, that's the Sounds of Animals Fighting, which was like the lead singer of Chiodos.
That's the worst fucking band name I've ever heard.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started. But no, I hated Chiodos. That whole group that came out of like that time era, I was not.
So Story of the Year. I don't need to check them out more than that, right?
No, you're done. Your homework is over.
I'm sure they're fine. Like if you like any of the bands we pick on a little bit, if you like them, that's totally rad. I just like, I have this thing of like the people of that time. Like it makes me think of a person that I didn't like.
Can you spot them?
Mankind.
Yeah.
John's handed me his iPhone so I can relive his celebrity sighting.
Celebrity sighting. Legend sighting. Legend.
Nope.
You can't spot him? It's the big dude in the red sweatshirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I only know what Mankind looks like because he was on 30 Rock.
He's one of the coolest human beings.
And because I had like a WWE game in like 2004.
I just listened to him on a podcast and it was incredible.
I'm sure.
It was absolutely incredible.
All right, let's wrap this up. I want to do one of the more recent years
Okay.
of Warped.
Just so you know, Story of the Year before they were Story of the Year, before John Feldman got them, they were called Big Blue Monkey.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I don't know about that there, John.
Ugh.
You're going to make me go into my Wisconsin mom who's
That's what happens when you're from Missouri.
Oh, I don't know about that there. Oh no.
Ugh.
All right. 2013. How many do you think you can name?
From 2013, if I could name two.
Oh, how about this? I'll make one up and then I'll tell you one from it and you got to tell me which one's fake.
Okay, cool. I can do that.
The Cleopatra Complex or The Closeted Boy Man.
One of these is a real band.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to go with the Cleopatra Complex as the real band.
That's real.
Yeah, just because the other one I can't see being.
I'm not, I wasn't great at improving there.
That is horrible.
2-disc or Gold House?
Gold House.
Yep.
That's still though, I mean, like what the fuck?
How about, hang on. How about Lions of Zion?
Ugh.
Or Lost in Atlantis?
Ugh. The Zions of Atlantis.
They're both real. They just don't have Wikipedia pages.
That's what I figured that you're going to drop them. Ugh. That's so bad, man.
I'll only do ones that have Wikipedia pages now.
The Cleopatra Complex. Come on. That's a real name.
Greek Fire
It's so dumb.
or Roman Knives?
Greek Fire, Roman Knives.
Nope, Greek Fire.
Oh, man. Darn. That could have gone either way, though, with them. Lions of Zion actually exist. That's incredible.
Hawthorne Heights or Bring Me the Horizon?
Ugh.
Which one's a real band?
But neither are real bands.
Correct.
So
Big D and the Kids Table or Big Chocolate?
Big Chocolate's got to be real. Like Big D and the Kids Table, I cannot see being an actual thing.
No, that's a ska band. They're actually really good.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, Big Chocolate's also real.
It is funny though. The fact that they're a ska band changes my outlook on how I feel about them.
Dude, any of these bands names I could make up sound really if I tell you it's a ska band.
Yeah, no, like if you like, it's like, oh, okay, it's a ska band. It's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
then.
the Tweety Hinges or the Checkered Lamppost.
Biebs and her Moneymakers, ska band. Oh, okay, makes sense.
Oh, did you see them, dude? They do this great thing where they put confetti in the tuba.
Oh, the Biebs and her Moneymakers are actual ska band from Orlando, Florida. That makes sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They
All right, I got one last round for you.
they did the Vans Warped Tour and they opened for Real Big Fish.
MC Lars or Head Underwater?
MC Lars has got to be. Isn't that
No.
That's not from Rancid?
No, his name's Lars, but that's a totally unrelated thing.
That's not his name though. MC Lars.
No, Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards?
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
Head Underwater or MC Lars? Which one's real?
MC Lars is real. I know that.
Yeah, he's a nerdcore rapper.
He's
He tours a lot with MC Chris.
Yeah, he's
And Schaefer the Dark Lord, who's amazing.
he's also the guitarist in Rancid.
No, different guy. I've met both of them, different people.
Biebs and her Moneymakers look like a delight.
Should I look him up? How do you spell it?
Just sound it out. Biebs, Biebs, and her Moneymakers.
Oh.
It's
Biebs.
yeah. She's like she looks like a pinup model from like the 50s, like an alt pinup model. And then she's got her whole ska band. They all wear.
Let's play a little.
Yeah, let's put it on. They all wear their plaid pants. There we go. I just got in a good mood, right? She's gonna have an amazing voice. I can tell she's gonna do that. Oh, yeah. She's awesome.
This is their cover of Wrecking Ball.
Oh, wow. I think I might have found like a new band I like. This is my recommendation for the week. This is great.
Such a good cover.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Dude, this is shit.
Yeah, that's a really good cover, man. Oh, man, that would have been great for our cover game.
Was this on the page?
No, it just was, yeah, it was there, and I just saw them, and I was making a joke that if that was a ska band, I wouldn't be upset by them, and I found out no, it was a ska band, so I'm not upset by the name. So,
Oh, did I ever tell you my favorite Tumblr of all time?
no.
It's called Improv Group or Ska Band. And it's just a picture of 5 people.
That's great.
And you can never fucking
No,
tell.
like if you show me the Wiggles and you said like ska band or
Improv group.
Wiggles, yeah, it's like it would be up
Or
there
like,
too.
you know that one picture of, you probably don't know Save Ferris, do you? Very well? I know
I don't know them
bring
very
up a
well,
lot.
but I do know that she has a girlfriend now. It's the girl singer in that.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the picture from their first album.
Okay,
So this picture of Save Ferris,
I have a crush on their trombone player.
you have a crush. That's a trumpet.
love blinds you, man. You have a crush. What were you gonna say? Finish your thought.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm so glad you're my best friend. So Save Ferris, I'm trying to find the right picture. It's the one from the liner notes of their first album called "It Means Everything."
No, what were you gonna say though?
Oh, you fall in love with every girl that's talented at something.
Yeah, no. If you're creative, I want to marry you.
Yeah, that's why you can't watch baking shows anymore. He watched the Great British Bake Off. He's like, I love Mary Berry.
Oh, I love it, man. She's like totally doing the whole like ska revival. They're new too. They're not an old band. That's a trumpet that I like. I like the trumpet.
That's a trumpet. A trombone's the one that slides.
Oh, you say trombone, I say trumpet. That's a Midwest thing. I'm seriously like, this is becoming one of my favorite bands. I'm on Google right now, just going through images. Biebs and her Moneymakers.
Okay.
B-E-B.
Before I send you this picture, I have to say this.
$sign.
This is the biggest difference between you and I in the world. Because you just said, I think this is one of my new favorite bands. I'm on Google Images right now. You shallow twat.
By
the way,
you got them playing.
Do you
in
know
the
who played
background.
Road Tour in 2013? The Shallow Twats. They were so good.
No, they were great. Ska band, right?
Oh, God, that would be a great ska band name. The Shallow Twats?
Shallow Twats.
Yeah, they're like a fourth wave ska thing where they do like weird dubstep breakdowns, but with horns. Where it's just womp, 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 womp.
Womp, womp, womp.
All right. So this is Save Ferris. This is make sure you open it big screen. This is the most ska bandy looking ska band picture of all time.
No, it totally is. It totally is. So yeah, it's still got the band, like we're a band and we don't know what we're doing, but you have your token Asian guy.
Yep.
And he's got on a hat. Looks like a bear hat.
It's like one of those winter hats that covers your ears.
Yep. They didn't plan at all like what they were going to wear. They're just wearing whatever they're going to wear, which is fine. Like I think that's
To
actually
be fair, there's at least 3 you could call them bowling adjacent shirts.
Yeah, there is some bowling shirts in there.
Because this is 1997. Like lit is lit right now.
Now the lead singer is slouched down and looking up. So I don't know.
Like she just popped in from the side, like, oh hi.
And then also too, like, is that Aaron Barrett in the back?
No.
That looks like him though, right?
Dude, he has sideburns, of course. It looks like
White guy, pale, sideburns. Is that him? So, yeah, no, that is pretty ska.
his name's either Johnny Rocket and he hustles cars, or it's
No.
Aaron Barrett.
Now I'll tell you, I'll tell you why that's impressive to me is because they're not doing anything over the top goofy, but it's still super ska. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like they're not on a golf cart and like with one of the golf carts going over a hill and it's almost falling.
This is pre like ridiculous Scott. This is 97.
Yeah.
So this is like front of the pack. This album, by the way, It Means Everything by Say Ferris. Still, I'm sure, I don't know if it's on any of the episodes we re-released, those 5, but such a great fucking ska album.
No, it is. It's on the Real Big Fish album. Is the last one that we put out is out there.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So definitely go back and check that out.
Oh god, hang on. We still have Beebs and her. What is it? Beebs and her machines.
Beebs and her moneymakers. Beebs, BEEB $. So instead of the S, and her moneymakers.
That comes up with us on Spotify.
They're my new favorite band.
But we still have Wrecking Ball coming up underneath, and it's so fucking good.
No, their cover of Wrecking Ball is incredible. She has a great voice too.
So let's wrap it up.
Yeah, dude. Let's do this. She has a shirt that says Beebs, not Bieber. So, I mean, we're talking about Warped. So, you have anything closing about?
Any
Warped?
closing remarks?
Yeah. What do you think, man? Are you sad?
Weirdly enough, even though I've never been in person to Warped Tour, there was this kind of thing of like, I don't like old music if Warped Tour still exists.
What do you mean?
Like, you know how like they even play Nirvana on like the classic rock station now.
Right.
You know, every generation has that moment where you're like, oh, Pearl Jam, I love this. Wait, we're on 100.7 The Fox? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I have to start thinking about retirement.
Right.
And I kind of had that feeling with Warp. Warp still being out there always kind of gave me this feeling of like, not that it's not dead, because pop punk is in this, like, it's not dead, but like it's not the big thing right now, which is fine.
Yeah, it's in a valley.
But Warp Tour still existing and going around every year was like, just kind of always made me feel like, oh yeah, like I'm still current.
Right.
You know? And then it kind of made me feel like,
Oh, yeah, you're in the now. It's almost like if you have a TV show that defines you and it's still out type of deal.
yeah, MASH.
Yeah, MASH. Which, that was a big one when that one went off the air.
The Simpsons doesn't count though. That's like the nightly news.
Well, I mean, I don't think Warped is done, to be honest with you.
really?
And yeah, no, I don't. I mean, obviously, it's going out on the 24th. That's a little weird, especially because 25 is right there. I had read in Billboard magazine that he was doing it because ticket sales are way down, and it was a lot of work, and it was tough getting like.
I think
bands.
music's fucking like. I think band music right now, as far as like the amount of the music industry, popular music it makes up, I think is at an all-time low.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Like playing guitar doesn't matter if you don't know how to use fucking FL Studio or Ableton.
Yeah, no, I mean, and not only that, like there's so many other options now that take away from people even pushing at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what it's going to do is I think he's going to turn it into like a festival, like a Burning Man or like a Lollapalooza,
Yeah.
where it will have a permanent residence, probably in South California, because that's where it started and that's, you know, kind of where they're all based out of.
I don't think you do like a PAX, like a convention where they do like PAX East, PAX West, PAX North, like just do 4.
Yeah, like regional quadrants. That could also be another option. I think though what they're
'Cause
going
I'm
to
not
end up,
going to fucking San Diego. I'm not fucking doing it, John.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to find a spot and they're going to have a 3-day, once a year event, and it'll be a big festival. Like there was one up here called Surf and Skate Festival, and then Bamboozle, and those were that was like when emo was first starting because it was right in New Jersey. That was like the biggie. Because it would be a 3-day event, brand new would like headline, or the starting line would headline, or you know, you get all these like bands that were breaking, and all the labels had their tents and their stages, and I think it's gonna eventually go back into something like that. At least I hope it does, because like he's the most successful tour promoter of all time for North America.
Take that aside, not just like take like the business acumen out of it, or like the, like his kind of that stuff. He is single-handedly responsible for mine and yours adolescence.
Oh yeah, no, he absolutely he
You
took
know?
all the bands that you liked and he brought them to a town near you. Is like how he talked about it.
Really kind of helped spread to all the weird kids from Iowa.
We're talking
to
about
Florida.
Kevin Lyman too. Is who we're talking about.
You spread that across the country. Like we found out that there was people like us everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, it was great. And like I said, I gave you the whole rundown at Warped, where you go try to find it, where you go into it, stand online with all the freaks and geeks. Go in, get muddy. It was always Central Florida. It always rained at 3 p.m. So you'd have a thunderstorm come through and just wreck everything because it's out in a field where there's just dust and now it's all mud.
Well, it's a lot like what I said about a Ren Fair in that
Okay.
like you go to a Ren Fair and you're a nerdy kid that played D&D in Iowa around all these fucking like farm boys and jocks.
Aaron's trying to be all serious right now, and Bronx is literally eating.
He's like
his-
licking my hand to death.
Yeah, he's like eating your headphones.
But like you go to Ren Fair and like you're just a kid, like you play
Renaissance
D&D.
Fair.
Yeah, Renaissance. Sorry, it's yeah.
Well, yeah, I
it's-
mean, when you say Ren Fair, I'm thinking like WREN, and it's like some type of goose that
the sister from Even Stevens.
like no, oh man, Ren. Did I love Ren? That's not how you spelled her name though, but oh my god,
I haven't porn searched it, so I don't know.
dude, I talk about a crush. Oh my goodness,
She also did the theme song for Proud Family.
I didn't know that. Oh, she's so talented.
But
But when I think of a Ren, I'm thinking like, isn't that like a type of peasant?
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
it's short for
It's like
Renaissance.
It's like a ground pheasant, a Ren.
or Ren and Stimpy.
Oh man, Ren's name. You stupid idiot.
But you would go to these places and like you'd be the only kid that like would have arguments with nobody about the difference between a scimitar and a rapier.
Right.
And you'd go to Ren Fair and you'd be like,
Would you
we're
ever
all
cosplay?
fucking nerds. Oh, like no, I never LARP or cosplay, but I'll role play in D&D, like play my character, but like
I'm talking about
I'm not
like
gonna
the
put on a
festivals.
fucking. Oh no! I'm not gonna put on garb or a. I'm not gonna put on a smock.
Ordor.
I don't watch Game of Thrones. I love D&D
Ordor.
and I love like Lord of the Rings and shit. I
Yeah.
fucking hate Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones and I hate Lord of the Rings. Hate it. Hobbit's one of my favorite books though, but I can't stand the actual trilogy.
I'm not big on Lord of the Rings overall. But like, it's funny how much like I play D&D, but I don't like Game of Thrones at all.
That's such a good show, man. You'd love it.
Just not big on incest and fisting.
Yeah, I mean that you sound like my brother, but once you get past it, it's incredible. He was all like that too.
I don't think you get past fisting, John. I think you just get through
Who got
it.
fisted?
I don't know. Didn't you tell me someone gets their asshole fisted in that?
No, I would remember that. That'd be my favorite episode.
Write into John and tell him if there's fisting in Game of Thrones because it'll
Yeah,
save,
if there is, like, send me the clip.
save his safe search.
Yeah, like, geez.
But yeah, I think it's kind of sad that it's over, but it's kind of amazing to me that like how important one dude just making a festival was.
Oh yeah, and like that's the main thing too. And I think you were hitting on a really good spot there because I think people kind of took it for granted, like what was happening and like what it did.
Well, I never went because I just assumed there'd be more.
Well, yeah, I mean that's how it always is. That's why you got to take advantage of everything because everything's not going to be here forever. But yeah, I think we definitely owe it a lot more respect, than we kind of give it credit for. That's for sure. And there was never a time that you could go see that many bands. I mean, the quality of the performances maybe weren't the best, but there was never a time you could go like I saw Andrew WK, Burt McCracken from The Used, and Rancid within a 90-minute time span at one point. Like that's just like, come on, man, are you kidding? And then if you go off to the side stages, and then I went twice when I was younger, and then the only time I went when I was older was when I was in a band playing on it. I remember leaving. And as you're leaving, there'd be the other local bands setting up, plugging out of the back of their cars to set up their small amps and just play like their songs in the parking lot as you were all leaving to go by, just to try to get some airtime.
Yeah.
It just was really cool. Everything was great there. And then it was a little too sponsored. There was a lot. The merch tent rows were always overwhelming because there would literally be 50 merch tents filled with that. And but I would have loved to have gotten the opportunity to actually play on it. I think that would have been
Like the whole tour?
Yeah, or a good chunk of the tour. Like at least 5 dates. Like once you're there long enough that you actually start to know people and you build that up. That had to be incredible.
You're not a day laborer anymore.
Yeah, exactly right.
I think we definitely do want to pump this band that John stumbled across called Beebs and Her Moneymakers.
Yeah, man, they are the little special thing that we found in this episode. I'm pretty stoked about them.
We're going to go out and we're going to play a little of their cover of Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
It's incredible.
It's off the album How to Start a Dance Party.
And I'm in love with their saxophone.
Trumpet, you fucking... you're such a... I don't even know the word for it.
John Bryan.
Willfully ignorant. Head in the sand. You never played high school band. That's your whole problem.
Never played in a high school band. I started a band.
No. I meant like concert band.
Oh no, I wasn't one of them.
That's good. You never had like weird concert band sex. That's your whole problem.
Man, that sounds right up my alley too. That probably would have really loosened me up.
Her too. All right.
Well, welcome back, my friend.
Yep.
I feel like when Kiss broke up and then they got back together, I didn't have on the makeup, and everyone realized how ugly Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley were. That's how I feel.
So yeah, that does it for this week. You got any last words?
No, that's it. Biebs and her Moneymakers. Definitely check her out. It's incredible.
All right, my name's Aaron Haig.
And I'm John Bryan.
Stay punk.